Alright, so F125 my team, it's finally here. So let's get right into it. I've already gone ahead and sort of somewhat started one, so we won't use that one, we'll start from fresh. We'll use our custom settings though. Yeah, looks good. Difficulty, I'm gonna bump it up to 95 because I found the AI to be a little bit slower on this year's game. As always, we're going to go for qualifying and long session. Weather and time of day will be approximate. Career settings. This is new, so this means that within the game, driver moves will be increased or reduced if you don't like the driver market. We're going to go with increased because otherwise it's going to be a very, very boring career mode when it comes to Season 2, Season 3 onwards. Sliding scale development, also something new, so it's a modifier to the resource points that we'll be getting. We'll keep that on, because that'll sway the game a little bit. That's increased, yeah, that looks good. We will take that to low, just so I can't abuse it. You can play as Connor Sport or Apex GP. We are just going to start a brand new save. We will choose driver icons, so the legacy drivers that probably wouldn't be making a return won't get the chance to make a return in this. We'll leave the esports drivers on, why not? We want to skip tutorials because I've already gone through all that. Alright, so we're gonna obviously name ourselves. We'll go with our usual. Avatar, let's have a look. I think on the other career, this one's the one that I chose. Looks most like me in a sense, so we'll go with him. Background, let's have a look. People manager. Engineer. Or corporate. We're going to go with engineer. Our starting facility investment is going to be minimum. Basic as you can get. And we're going to have no car development. Making it a true Road to Glory-esque type career mode. For a cash amount, let's go with none. We spent up. So as always, we're going to go with the Stealth Motorsport name. We've done this for, I believe it was 2022, the last time I streamed an F1 game. So we'll bring back Stealth Motorsport. Our team colours are going to be, go with black. And I'm going to go with black again and then a dark purple. Probably make that a little bit darker actually. Like so. Badge select. We'll just go with this, but we'll edit the style slightly, make it a bit more embossed. I don't want to import that over, I'm going to be changing it around slightly, so have that as black. I'm going to use this one, I think. Can I not change the colour? I can't change the colour. That's fine, we won't use that then. I'll instead just use this. So in a way I'm already going back to what I was using before. But it's just going to be purple instead. Let's change the style a bit on this. We'll go with that. Kind of matches up with the emblem a little bit better. That'll do. We'll use that. Teamwear colours. Now, just for a bit of differential within the team, I'm going to go for a white, then purple, with a black sort of outline, just to mix and match. Corporate, let's have a look. Score 5 constructors points, finish 10 for better, score 10 constructors points. Weekly income for Seren is the highest out of the 3, but it also has the lowest sign-in bonus. And the lowest season goal as well. X-Forming looks like quite a medium between the two, or Xenon, which gives us lower weekly income but higher seasonal goal and sign-in bonus. I believe 10 constructors points is probably going to be easy enough to achieve, so we'll do that. So they're an AI-based industry. That's cool. Engine. Now we are gonna go lowest of the low. Now, from what I can remember, is if when you're starting a new team within F1, if you are unable to secure an engine, you will be given a supplier with the lowest amount of engines supplied to the grid, which would technically mean Renault. So that's who we're going to go with for this time round. Our first driver then. Let's have a look. Who should we have as our first driver? I'm quite disappointed. I was hoping to get I was hoping that I'd be able to get Franco Colapinto like I did on my other one. That's fine though. What we'll do is we shall go for... Oh, we don't have a lot to play around with. Let's go for Enzo Fittipaldi for driver numero uno. In fact, no. We'll go Enzo Fittipaldi for driver number 2. We'll go for Joshua Pierce for driver number 1. Obviously, he's not actually a real driver, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. And then Enzo Fittipaldi will be our second driver. That leaves us with 3.4 million left in the bank. For the car then, it's quite a nice base livery that we could use. I was in fact going to use this one, however. So the actual purple itself, I feel, would be beneficial in a metallic colour, whereas the black that's there would probably, that would make the purple pop. So we'll go with a matte black. I'm gonna lower the hue on that a little bit just to make it a bit more visible, and we'll go with a satin finish to that, and then a matte black for the other one. Or do we want to do... What does the white look like? Chrome? Chrome. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go with the chrome instead. And for... We'll do that. Looks quite nice. It's not so in your face as it could have been, so we'll go with that. I will swap this around though, so that the gloves are purple and the secondary here is black. Like that, we'll go with that. And then we'll advance. So that's that sorted. I feel like we've got a team introduction coming up now. Unless that doesn't happen because I turned it.
Hello and welcome to this very special live stream. Great to be with you all because today we're going to witness history.
That's absolutely right, Natalie, because for so many years we've wondered exactly what 11 teams would look like on the grid. Guess what? Today is the day we find out.
And we are here at the team's state-of-the-art HQ. We'll be seeing their brand new car very soon, but behind every team, behind every car, there's one person central to it all.
Yes, and they've been described as somewhat of an engineering genius, coming up with all the ideas to push the car and the sport to its limits. The question is, though, will they be able to step out of their comfort zone to deal with all the things that come with being a leader, dealing with the team's finances, sponsors, motivating the team and the drivers? Will they be able to juggle that, or will they drop the ball?
And we'll be seeing more behind the scenes as the season progresses. But of course, it is all about what happens on track. So, without further ado, let's see the fruits of their labour, the brand new 2025 car.
Yeah, I think the chrome was a good idea for the halo and trim. Adds a bit of pop to the car. Quite a nice looking livery for a starter livery.
Well, thank you all for joining us. The team have done an incredible job. The car looks sensational.
It certainly does. Congratulations and all the very best for the season ahead.
Cheers. Right, now we've got the main sort of corporate thing to go through now. So, messages, as usually. We've got to go through all of these. Let's have a look. You should be set up on the various systems you'll need to manage the team to glory and keep track of our progress, so make sure you check back from here from time to time to keep up to date. Messages, well, you already know you're already looking at this, so you should come here to view all the important correspondence regarding the team. Owner training, make sure to visit here when you have some training points to spend to further improve your management expertise. Performance, view all the details about your team's prestige in the sport. Results, remind yourself of how the team has done. Yet. One final thing, don't forget to reset the default password from Harrison 2025 IT. Cheers. Matthias Hartman. Hello. The factory is online, I'm here to assist anyway I can. Speaking of, car development is an area upon we'll need to see significant focus on yet. Facility status basic, yeah, we know. Great to finally get business. Yeah, looking at current setup, current facilities are enough to get us where we are, but we are decidedly bare bones yet. Just wanted to put down for the record, I'm really looking forward to working with you and ensure the healthy finances of our team. On that topic, it's not worth noting that the remaining sponsor cash we received, there's no further investment in it yet. Okay, cool. So, new to sort of 2025, my team is the owner trend, so you no longer take to the track as an owner driver. You've probably seen many other streamers already do this. However, you get to use training points to increase income, increase sponsor income, increase personnel improvement, that type of thing. And you get those with each result, so you get a rating, and every time you put forward for like a department event or something like that, every time you make a decision on one of those, you get a certain amount of XP that goes towards everything. Your fan rating is how the fans view you, so to speak. Still early days for the newest team on the grid, can't wait to see what they bring to the table, was a recent sentiment that we've received. Performance shows the accolades from previous from the previous F1 game, F1 24, it had its own accolade system. So this is where all this sits. So you've got your team rivalries and your team stats as well. And then results, this will go through all of your results throughout the season. Quite a long season. Then we've got the engineering department. Now this is where you do all of your aero, chassis, powertrain and your ability upgrades. So with that in mind, we're actually going to start with a chassis and a aerodynamic upgrade. And we're also going to go down to facility improvements, and we are going to do a development expansion. Personnel, as it stood with the previous one, is, well, your personnel. So your driver talks, your driver market, driver lineup. You can also hold talks with other people, so let's hold talks with Franco.
I've reached out with a very early preliminary inquiry to their side. I'll let you know how it goes. Hard to get a read on it at the moment. These things are always fluid and move quickly, but if they're interested in us, I'm sure things will move a bit quicker.
Yes, I'm sure they will. So my goal isn't to keep Fittipaldi for very long. As things stand, he's not an overly great driver, he's quite meh. So we're also going to pick a second driver to approach during the season. I'm going to go for Behrman. Now, as the season goes on, those talks will progress, and then you can kind of get a glimpse of whether they'll want to sign for your team at the end. Your workforce shows how big your departments are, so as you upgrade each department, you can add more people into your workforce. Personnel, let's have a look. I'm gonna go straight in and do a pit crew training, because on the other save file that I've got, the pit crew was awful. So look, so new activity unlock, decal design. Yeah. So as you gain loyalty with a specific company, title sponsor, you get different. I didn't want to activate that. My bad. You get different rewards. So you've got different decal designs. Then you get a livery, more different decal designs, more weekly income, that type of thing. Finance screen, same as it has been for every other F1 game since, I believe, 2020, when my team was first introduced. So you can change your owner. Team identity, you can change all that here as well. We are just going to go in and select the decal editor. And we're going to edit this. Going to make it a bit bigger. Going to give it a bit of a rotate so it lines up with the way that the car slopes. And a little bit bigger, I think. Should do it. Want to make it quite bold, so we'll jump it up to 0.5. Yeah, that'll do. And then you can add different sponsors to the car as well. So we'll add Venus. Where's it gone? There it is. We'll put Venus there. And it should automatically go to the other side, which it has. On the nose, we will put U-tape. We'll go to doing it on the black. How many sponsor slots can we have here? We can have 4 here, so we'll go to the black one and then we'll rotate it like this so it sticks in line with the way that it slopes. Move it right down. Yeah, that's about right. And then we'll make it a little bit bigger just so it fits the side of the car, like so. So much more customization in the way that it works this year. Much nicer in that sense. Let's go and add slingshot fuel. Actually, no, let's not. We'll go and add. We'll go and add these guys to the car. Do we want it inside that? I think we do. Let's go for that. And we can add 2 separate slots here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of adding 2 different sponsors, I'm going to add 1 sponsor, but I'm going to make it so that this 1 sponsor gets swapped over to the other side as well. So we need to swing that around a little bit. Like so. And then if I don't want to preview, if I go here, mirror, there we go. Front wing sorted. We'll put Monomic on the side here. We'll edit that actually, make it a little bit bigger. Move it up to the top, like so. It gives us room for 2 more when we eventually get that far. And we will put, realistically, I'd probably want that one on the end. But we'll go with the white one for now. Make it quite big, quite bulky. It is the main sponsor of the car after all, so got to make sure that they are known. We'll put A and F on the rear wing. We'll do it in black, like that. I backed out of it by accident, it's fine. Does it pop? Not really. We'll go back to the white version of A and F. Yeah. There we go. I keep backing out of it by accident, sorry guys. Halo inside, halo outside, halo right. Yeah, can't do any of that yet. We can, however, do this one. Let's place our title sponsor there. You know what, we'll make it the black one, like so. And then mirrors, what I'll do is I'll place Octonic on the mirrors, like so. And that's that done for now. There's so many sponsor slots for the side here, so I might move this up to be sort of like a secondary sponsor. So it's more noticeable on the car. We'll make it quite bold, like that. I think that looks better than having it just sat on the side there, so we'll go with that. So this is our car for race numero uno. Another thing with this year's game is you can now edit the different colours and the different number patterns that you get. So on the front, I might actually go with, we'll go with this. We'll have a white outline with a blue, a purple. And then on the rear wing, we'll do the same, I suppose. No reason why we shouldn't. And then we'll do blue and black instead, because otherwise it won't necessarily be too visible on the back. There we go. And then you can obviously change your suit and stuff in there, but we don't need to do any of that now. We'll go down to facility improvements, however, and we will get something. Do we want the additional income? Increase the amount of owner XP. Increase from secondary sponsors. New secondary sponsors. Receive 20,000. We'll go with sponsor. Oh, we don't have enough money for that. Never mind. We won't. We'll save on the money for now then, I guess. Oh, the game's frozen. I'm gonna have to reload it, yeah. Technical difficulties, as always. I'll have to skip through all of this, otherwise I'll end up getting a copyright strike again when I upload this to YouTube. Hopefully all of that work that we've just done has saved, otherwise we are going to be in a world of pain. I'd rather not have to redo all that, because that's quite a lot of work that I've possibly just lost. We'll try and get off this screen as quickly as possible, otherwise it will cause me to get a copyright strike. Don't want to go on to breaking point. That's later stream. My team. Yes, it's saved. Cool. Right. Now, as I was going to do, we now go into activities. And let's host a pre-season lead sponsor press tour, pre-season department onboarding. Looks good to me. And then let's focus on research. We'll go aerodynamics and chassis. All the way back to the top. Pre-season test sessions needed. Yeah. So driving camp. And I can't do any of these. Oh, I can do that though. We'll do that. Secondary sponsor. Yeah, we'll do that. Pre-season conference. We'll do that as well because that increases our fans and our loyalty. We'll do that, and then we'll do this. Don't have time for the media tour. That's fine. And then click advance.
A sponsor sees potential in us and wants to explore a partnership.
Nice. So, ascetic dynamics. Cool. We'll have a look and see if we can fit them on the car anywhere. That's the suit. Don't need to go there. Car. I think the ones that I've got on the mirrors is someone that I've already got, isn't it? The Octonic, yeah. So let's actually swap these guys out for the new guys. These guys. Go with the black. Oh, why is it coming across as really small? We'll edit that a little bit. There we go. Bit better. Not great, but a bit better. That's that sorted though. Now, the game's frozen again. Come on, what is this shit, man? In what, 20 minutes? In less than 30 minutes. Wow. Cool. Thanks, game. Yeah. quite frustrating. Well, not to worry, we'll jump straight into the race weekend now that all of that's sorted anyways. We won't waste any more time in these menus, we'll just try and get into it as quickly as we can now. And the research got pushed back, excellent, yeah, that's what we wanted. Thanks, game. Didn't it just say the research failed? Oh no, research delayed, okay. We'll put some money into the powertrain as well. We are running Renault, so it's not going to be, well, great. Team conference, yeah. Pistons delayed, yeah, great.
Great news. One of our research upgrades is complete. Once we finish researching an upgrade, we can start developing it for one or both of our cars. Head over to the development screen to get started.
Got the development there, that's done. Of course it was the chassis one that's finished first. Yay. What we're going to do first then is, instead of putting that on the car, I'm going to put a development upgrade on, which means we can upgrade 2 at once. We'll then jump back into the chassis and stick some more weight reduction in research. Because these My Team cars are very heavy when they first start. Let's go to the grid reveal. Even though we all know what that looks like by now. You'd think with it being a next-gen game that the loading screens would be quite quick. Here we go. Exciting times. Right, and back to the main screen we go.
A sponsor sees potential in us and wants to explore a partnership.
Excellent, that's what we wanted. Lugner. Cool. We aren't going to do anything with them just yet. When we get more
Hey, Chief. We have a part or 2 ready for development because they finished research. Let's get that in motion, shall we? Head to engineering for more info.
Oh, actually, yeah, let's get these on. Single development standard, and then we'll do it again, single development and standard. We'll leave the chassis one for the time being. We'll just see how many days that has left. 6. So that'll be done by Japan. Let's go for... We'll just stick with the balanced ones. We'll go to the race weekend. And now we get to choose who to play as. So we can either play as Joshua Pierce or we can play as Enzo Fittipaldi. I mean, realistically, I don't think it matters too much, so we'll go with Josh. After all, he is our first driver, so we'll do Josh, and then we'll do Fittipaldi next race, then Josh, then Fittipaldi, and then keep it going on a back and forth. Boss wanted me to pass this on to you. Forward, hi Josh. As we embark upon the new era in Formula 1, I want to thank you for being with us and highlight the incredible contributions you've made to the lead up to this moment. This is where we finally see all our hard work come out to life. Your talent and dedication are vital to our success. Excited to have you on this new journey. Let's say that site's high. Yeah. No upgrades. Just so you know, no upgrades. Car. Understand this might be disappointing, but rest assured, yeah. No rain for the race or qualifying. So let's head into practice.
The long wait is over. This is it, a brand new season. And before the show gets well and truly underway, we've got the all-important matter of a free practice session. It's great to be back.
That it is. That's quite a nice helmet. Quite a nice car. It's a shame the graphics are bugging out again.
Hey mate, this is Mark. This is going to be a good year. We're going to have a great time together, and obviously the team are brand new, so I've set everything up from scratch. Let's make the big boss happy and show that we're not just here on the grid to make up the numbers, alright? Okay.
But
Radio
realistically,
check.
we are
Radio
just here
check.
to make up numbers for at least the first few races. I'm gonna go for an increased top speed setup. And I'm just gonna play around with that. I'm gonna go for a 15-18 wing. I'm gonna lower this to 40%. We'll go with a 97. No, we'll go with a 99 brake bias. I'm gonna lower the tyre pressures quite a bit. So, when creating this, they said that the actual car was going to behave very similar to how the car behaved in previous games. And I think it's meant to be like a toss-up between F123 and F124's handling.
Okay, me again, mate. We've made some changes to the way that ERS works this year, so you're going to have multiple modes to choose from in the race now. Have a play around with them in your MFD during the practice sessions and think about how you might use them on race day. I'll check back with you soon to chat more about it.
Yeah, so as I was saying before, Mark rudely interrupted me. It's meant to be a toss-up between the handling of F124 and F123. So far I'm not too happy with the rear of the car. The rear of the car feels quite slidey. I've tried a number of different setups around different tracks so far. It's very easy to lose it on the rear. I am playing this on control, so you will have to ignore the little micromanaging I'm doing with the steering inputs. the car felt quite nice, something with just having a higher rear downforce would be where to go with the setups maybe.
We're approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD for the activation point.
At the end of this practice session we'll find out exactly where the car ties up against the other cars on the grid. Let's get you through there. Way too middle. Nice, I'll take that.
Program complete and a job
Do
well
love it when a
done.
practice
We got some
program is
excellent
finished
data
first
with that
try.
run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the
Quite
numbers.
like the way this setup feels. So I'm going to keep the setup exactly how it is. I'm not going to change it for the race or for the rest of this race weekend. Just post it back to the garage. Tyre wear in this game does seem to pose quite the issue, I will say. The tyre model itself is easily won. A 50% race around here was a 2-stop strategy. It was where you could do it in a 1-stop, but it was quite an uncomfortable 1-stop. A lot of rear end loss, a lot of grip loss. China is a definite 2-stop. There's way too much tyre wear on the first few corners, and then turns 12 and 13. Japan seemed to be a relatively comfortable 1-stop, but I think I'll run a 2-stop just to be on the safe side. I'm safe, so we'll see what tyre wear
let's have
tells
some
us.
nice steady laps here, please. Just a managed pace, like you would in the race.
With
That's
these
what's going to give us
setups.
the best data.
Oh. It's not a great start. Got a foot in the grass and then it's centre. Got the end of it. It's kind of what would happen. You lose grip when you've got grass surrounding the tyres. So. Might be a bit of an issue around here because it's quite a narrow circuit and there's grass on either side of the track. Did I go into the grass there? I thought I was just on the line. like the sound of this Renault. It's got a little bit of a low rumble to it. A little bit of an electric balance into the higher revs. Practice program should be a breeze. Once I've completed all 3, I'll just jump it. I'll skip ahead, and then I'll just use the free practice programs just to make sure I'm getting everything struck out. Lead on projected time. Let's get you way through there. I think I tapped the wall on the end. There it is. Have to be dead cautious on that turn right there. The rear really likes to slip away from me. Too much pressure on it. These practice programs are a breeze. Too much curve on the entry. Left in the grass a little bit there, didn't mean to. Thankfully I don't think it's cost us. Still a bit slidey there. Don't really want to put any more rear wing on, because at that point I'm just going to be running too much drag. And the My Team car's been a very draggy car for most of its lifespan as a playable car.
Okay, on this test I want you to focus on managing your ERS. It's really important for our overall race pace, and so a reminder that you've got modes to play with in your MFD. See how they feel for you and see how different modes drain the battery.
So this one's always been a bit of a stick with
Nice
me
one.
because
Okay, reminder, a neat way to recharge the
Surely
batteries by lifting at
optimal
certain
battery
points when you feel you can and by gentle braking. Try those
would be
this
by
lap and
not
see how you
using
get
any
on.
of your
And if you want to make the most of those gears, engine
But you
braking
can
will
run
also put some juice
this
back into the
entire
battery.
practice program,
Combine all these
no
techniques and
ERS.
see how you go.
still fail it. Which is something I don't quite understand. You know. past it there, but I've had to drain the battery so I can recharge it and get into the
Okay,
purple.
test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
In previous games, I want to say 2019 to 2021, you could just flick the ERS to run the entire, as long as you got the lap time above the target lap time, you were fine. But since, I think it was 23 when they first introduced the differentials to it, but like, you can't now run the entire program with no battery usage and get away with an optimal battery usage, probably because you're no longer using it. Well, we'll skip through the time here and go to quick practice to get the final 3 things that we need for those. Let's have a look. We are sat down at the minute in P8, but that was a time set on hards. The current times that are going in are mediums and softs. So I suppose we're probably in for a good run. Where's our team? Enzo ran a 123.0 on the softs and is 1.2 seconds slower than we are. So
and
again, I feel like this difficulty is probably too high looking at that. Too low even. We'll see what happens in qualifying. If we end up smashing the field in qualifying, majorly out-qualifying our teammate, majorly out-qualifying rival teams, we'll increase the AI difficulty. Because no one wants a boring race. Actually won't have to fight for it, so we'll have to give it our best. That's all 3 practice programs done. Right, we'll skip this one and then we'll skip the next 3 practice sessions, jump straight into qualifying. Right, free practice 3, let's go to quick practice and then just exit back out. Feel quite confident with this setup, so we'll hopefully do something. Apparently we managed to get 861 resource points. So you get them resource points for completing laps again. Fair enough. Right. Looks like I've got a new message. That's just Mark with the usual shite. Right, let's advance into qualifying and see where we can put the car. Knowing my luck, it probably won't be anywhere good.
Welcome everybody, we're here in the heart of Melbourne. It's Albert Park and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
Tis.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
No. So we're not expecting any rain, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip forward until there's no cars on the track. That way all the peasants have rubbered it in for me. Once they've all gone back into the pit lane, I will go out. And then let's just pedal to the metal, I suppose, see what we can do. Deploy ERS down here.
I'm afraid we've dropped to P22. P22.
Deploy up until the point where ERS is used, DRS is used, and we'll come back. Oh, a bit wide there. Slowed us right down. Too far over the curb there. Hopefully it's still a decent-ish lap. It's going to be a 1:20.3. So there's a P15. We'll return to the garage and then we'll stick on a fresh set of rubber. And we'll try again because I messed up that last sector quite badly. Took far too many risks on that previous, on like the final sector, so we'll try that one again. Oh, don't get cock blocked. And he sits directly on the fucking racing line. Thanks, Bortoletto. Thanks, mate. That's just what we want. Take you uncanny line around there, yeah.
We've dropped
We're
to
at 6 tenths
P17.
lost.
P17.
Now. Try and get some of that time back. Just blast that pretty much all the way. And hopefully we can put together a decent final sector. No.
Okay, there's 2 minutes left in this session and we're in the drop zone. We need a quick lap or that's qualifying over for us.
Try it again, shall we? Got a minute 20 to get a decent. It's not doctor's way. Absolutely no battery up there. And Voltator just trying to overtake us. Don't spin round on me then. You've had no problem fucking spinning on me so far.
We've been pushed down to P17.
The fact that he was trying to overtake me in a fucking quality lap says it all. Oh well. Kind of annoyed by that, but whatever. And then he goes ahead and gets P14 because of it. What a joke. Where did we stand? 1.9 off the lead. Teammate is somewhere. Where the fuck is he? Oh, he's right above us. We were less than a tenth away from our teammate, and that was on a bodged lap as well. Oh. Give me 2 minutes, I've got a delivery to go get. Right, I have returned, sorry about that. We will jump into the race in just a second.
The winter is over. It's time for Formula One 2025. Yes, that long break that you've all been coping with so well can now be put to the back of your minds. It's on-track action and it's off-track drama. That's what we're looking forward to. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. It's a combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners, making it a very tricky track when it comes to overtaking. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Leclerc, Yuki Tsunoda, and Hamilton. Russell, Sainz, Ocon, and Alex Albon. Antonelli, Lawson, Pierre Gasly, and Hulkenberg. Bortoletto, Hadjar, Enzo Fittipaldi, Pierce, Doohan, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And joining me in the commentary box today with the best view on what is about to unfold and some strong views on the action we're about to see, Naomi Schiff. New season, new dawn, and now 22 cars and 11 teams on the grid.
First of all, this is such an exciting time. I mean, to have an 11th team on the grid is exciting news for the sport. But for them today, I guess you would be really nervous. It's the first time you're going to be doing this. There is so much to learn. But at the end of the day, they've got to remember that expectations aren't that high. They've all been there before. They've all had their first race, and no one is expecting them to land on the top of the podium. So just learn to walk before you can run.
Okay, radio check, radio check. Back of the grid's not what we're aiming for. See if you can make up a few places at the start.
Oh, trust me, mate, I'll be making up a few places. Well, I'll try to at least. There's no guarantees, obviously, in sport it can be a bit chaotic. So we'll see what we can do. I'll go with a two-stop. Just because when I was doing this on my other save, there was no way I was managing to hold on to the tyre wear as well as I thought I would with the one stop. We can lower the fuel a little bit. Fuel wasn't too much of an issue. Let's get started on the formation, that man. Tyre wear is still a bastard, and heating up the tyres on the formation lap is just as bad. So, 2 seconds. Right, okay. I'm back. Took a little bit longer than I was expecting.
Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected.
almost hit my teammate, yeah. It's a great start to the weekend, isn't it? Pulling a Lance Stroll. Ah, speaking of him, there he is. Yeah, at least that warmed my tyres up. Incredible start, Jesus. Oh, Fittipaldi, what are you doing? Just didn't look at his mirrors at all there. Popping hot for a little bit. I'm going to attempt to crawl up to the back of Fittipaldi, hopefully able to. Alright mate, yeah, just bang into us like I'm not there. And I get the warning for it. Champ, it's just sort of... Did he get a warning for it? No, I got a warning for the fact he came back across the track.
Okay, DRS
Decided
will be
it was a
enabled
tap
for
tyre
this
wall.
lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Oh, DRS works, Mark. Thanks. Bartoletto next up the road then. Got a 1.8 second gap to try and loop.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
Nowhere near the car ahead. Pretty much in free air. That road not really helping on the straight line speed aspect of the car at the minute. It's fine.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
DRS region. Sub. Gapped our team and the Alpine by 1.5 seconds, so that should be good. So he's firmly in our sights now. He's probably got some form of wind damage or something. He's let force him so down the inside here. Hard on the brakes. We still get DRS, which is important. Miss him, Karen. 4 seconds in the gap to the car ahead. 0.4 even. Car behind, the feeling's probably 10. So what's that? Tap the wall there. Yeah, it's tyre wear up a little bit. I was saying though, the tyre wear on this game is quite brutal. The lowest tyre is only 11%. And that's the side that's been locked up twice already. Quite an abrasive track. See.
Okay, gap ahead, 0.2 seconds.
Apparently the gap ahead is just 0.2 seconds. Mark really needs to go back to spotter school. That is clearly more than just 2 seconds. At 0.2 seconds. Those hard tyres will last him quite nicely. Now the tyre wear starts on.
Tyres are degrading fast. We can change strategy if you want. Check your MFD for details.
Not gonna change strategy. Rather see what's up. Tab. It's not
Got
that
that
call.
confirmed.
Do that. Get the hard tyres out of the way with first. I said I wasn't going to change strategy, but I wasn't expecting the strategy to be like that.
We're approaching the pit
We'll
window now, and you're going to
take
be on
that
hards
strategy
next time.
mainly because we and not hards would swap out for a set of mediums about the time. Medium swap out for a set of hards. So we should have a late tyre. Alternative to that is if the red flag comes out, then I suppose we'll, depending on when it comes out, we'll set a softs. Until races, yeah, we shall. I think we are slowly catching Lawson ahead. Fairly certain we're catching Lawson. A bit of a rear end spin then, I assume I've got some of the rear tyres. Fuel is well, an issue. Maybe I should have stuck. battery safe in this car, so it's not going to be viable. So for the save that I've got on the side.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
I have on the engine, or the Red Bull engine. And I finished this particular race with almost 2 extra laps of fuel on board. Which is why I've lowered the fuel usage, but now realising that those are the different on that current shift up to 8.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
Sliding around. Stop. I'll take that.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, this isn't your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting. Bring your tyres in gently and let's go for it.
I'm going to do quite a bit of lifting and coasting on this lap, probably next lap as well. I'll wait for it. Soon.
Okay, we need to push now. Use the overtake button for more power.
Lifting and coasting. Bring up that fuel bar upwards. So we've got the Sauber of Nico Hulkenberg in Haas.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
So I wouldn't be obliged if Hulkenberg was still running by that much. But I'm not going to back up it's a bit of a struggle. Foot on the tyre line. Jesus mate, if you're going to fucking overtake me, just do it already. There we go. size of fucking tractor. In fact, I've probably seen tractors move. When we get to probably
Okay, gap to the car in front.
0.5 laps
seconds.
of spare fuel, I might start pushing it. In fact, 0.6, because by the time I got round to pushing it. What does it tell me? We'll go for a set of softs. We'll walk a bit more like night. To the inside, switch to the outside. There's a easy thing that zooming his tyre was. He's just disappeared from the rear view. He is there. His engine's showing so much. What the ERS usage. And the fuel's back where I like to see it.
Okay, Enzo's coming in
Must
for
have
his
been
stop.
time because he was super slow. Pierre Gasly's behind me. It's which has pushed us back to seconds.
Remember to play around with ERS modes in your MFD if you need to.
We're now going to try and blitz these tyres for all that they're worth. And then second the hard stop.
Okay, gap to the car ahead. 3.4 seconds.
Set of softs. That should be over so.
The car behind you has just come in for the hard tyres. Car behind you running hard tyres.
Missed the apex by about 3 miles there.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
Okay. How many laps is left?
Okay, we're more or less into the pit window now. If you want fresh rubber during the safety car, we're ready for you.
I think we should, but we'll dive it onto mediums. Dive it onto mediums. I was gonna go to softs, but there's what? Ford. By the time the safety car goes in, actually sit.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
As long as I complete the S1R1. Pull down on that vomit there on the safety car. I mean, I'm not the only one jumping in for me, so it must be the right call.
There seems to have been a problem attaching the left rear wheel. We need to try and put that behind us though, and let's finish this race strong. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Gentle on the tyres, then we're not overstretching during the safety car. So you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. Safety car will stay out for a little bit.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap.
I expected any different to be fair.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Green flag.
I need to get some moves as soon as I possibly can. I don't want to waste this tyre if I'm
Yellow flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
quite a ways back. I managed to make a mistake. Quite an ambitious dive. I'll take it. We'll take what we can get. Need Piastri or one of these guys ahead to get held. Need Piastri in front to start making moves. Because when he starts disturbing people's rhythm, that's when they'll be a little bit involved. He's just gonna brake check. Why do they go so fucking slow into that corner? Fucking hell.
Safety car out. This is a good opportunity to pit. We'll be a bit longer than planned on the next tyres, but we can make it work. Just remember, we'll probably lose track position.
Like really, why are they going so slow in that corner? Y'all didn't see anything. The rewind was a thing of observations.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.0 seconds.
I feel like they fucked Piastri up with his driving range. way that a racer will be able to get on as long as this one is. Not with the form that he's been doing. Once again, like 5 minutes. I'm sure the game would say that I need Piastri starting next season, so it's just these AIs not doing it. First one, God, is he actually going to go for a move?
Caution, caution. Okay, so that's a red flag, no overtaking, and let's get back into the pits, please.
I know I set this shit to increase, but Jesus.
Okay, we've done all right so far, but this is a chance to take
That's fine.
half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there.
Jesus.
Okay, clear.
Immediately get fucked.
Some information on Antonelli. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
There's barely any damage. I really don't know why they're all piling on such.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Tyre condition still looking good.
Really? Fuck me, Norris, man. Not that much of an arse in real life.
Hey, we're more or less into the pit window now. If you want fresh rubber during the safety car, we're ready for you.
Why is he fucking barging us out of the way?
Gap to your teammate behind, 2.0 seconds.
Finally get it. Alright, yeah. Yeah, thanks for that, Noza. Mate, great. Thank you. Prick. Don't need to fucking bump wheels on me every time you try and overtake me. No, babe.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.7 seconds.
I think we just about held on.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc
Fucking Norris,
Ferme.
man. There's absolutely no need for that shit.
Charles Leclerc, what a drive, what a victory. He wins.
To take the win at the first race of the season, now that is important. You get straight in to your competitor's head and they now know that you are the one to beat.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. And that is a fabulous win And the top step of the podium for Charles Leclerc.
And that is what you call a joke. It's 2 Ferraris on the podium, joined by S1R1. It's the only podium Ferrari will get this season. Let's boost us up.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action.
Apparently
but
we
with
still
more
end up in the
races lined
points.
up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
We must have been close enough to... Oh, yeah, because Liam lost another 10 seconds, didn't he? Makes sense. Well. Lost 20k worth of damages, but we got points on the opening race, so it's not too bad. Could have been worse.
Hey, boss, what do you make of this?
You sounded extremely American then. Right, during a start, after a cuff comment has ruffled some feathers. Discipline them. Fired. Anyways, messages, let's have a look. Wanted to update you on the race weekend. We secured points finish for one of our drivers. While it wasn't a podium, it's still a positive outcome that contributes to our standings. The car performed reliably. Driver showcased some solid skills. The result reflects the hard work of the entire team. We're committed to building on this performance. We'll continue to analyse. Yeah, thanks, mate. Can I do any owner training yet? I cannot. Yeah, you enjoy that coffee, mate. Alright, development. So those have been paused. Excellent. Development's been paused, so I'm gonna have to go. Oh, wait, why has development been paused? Shouldn't have been. We'll get one of these developed, and then we will develop this as well. Not too 100% sure why development's been paused, but oh well. We'll buy the beam wing, start researching that. And we'll start researching the plank. We'll start researching spark plugs. And then we'll research the gearbox one as well. Because apparently we've just got a shit ton of resource points hanging around. Where is it that I'm able to do the whole... Oh, it's personal, isn't it? Workforce, there we go. Ah, we're currently hiring, okay. Cool. Let's go to the activities before we head off. There's nothing there that we can do, great. Can we do anything here? We cannot. Anything here? No. And we can do a secondary sponsor thing. We'll do that, we'll advance.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development. Let's get that performance on the car.
Got that now, so let's go over into development and we will do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Right. And then we should be somewhat close. No, absolutely nowhere near. Well, that does it for this race. Next round will be Shanghai. And I'll see you all then for that. If you are going to be sticking around, I'll be live again in about 25 minutes for Breaking Point. And then, dependent on how the evening rolls, I may do a little bit of a later stream showcasing my shocking Rainbow Six aim. So stick around, find out, and all of these will be on YouTube. So if you are watching on YouTube, thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. If you're watching from Steam or Twitch, thank you. All the views are amazing. And we will kick it back off in half an hour with Breaking Point.